like a lot of YouTubers or just, I guess, content creators will have their own line of merch, and it's, you can drop ship and, you know, quickly get it made and all of that. Do you know about that industry at all?
I don't know too much. I haven't heard the best things about the drop shipping industry, I'll say that. I personally am not a fan of merch just because I feel like it promotes unnecessary consumption. But I mean, it definitely depends, right? On
That's
like
us. We got new merch out. New Strange Flavors merch out now.
It depends. I feel like, I mean, if people are dropping merch just to drop merch for like no reason, I just don't see the point. But I mean, definitely I would love to, you know, purchase merch from like organizations or like people that like are doing great things. But if it's just like unnecessary, then, you know, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, well, this is why I wanted to have the conversation with you, because like you know, you can be as honest you want with us, but basically as content creators, this is the lane that is profitable to us.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, you can't get monetized anywhere. Or if you are, it's very little money. I don't want to make an OnlyFans. So like, let me drop this merch. And then it's like, oh, you know, if it's adding to the already like problematic industry of fast fashion and clothing in general, then it's just like, what other outlets are there? And I know you said earlier that you're like, you know, it's not always the individual's fault. Even if, like, for example, there are options when we go to create merch, right? Where there's like eco-friendly options, right? But then it drives the price up so much. And then people are like, I'm not about to pay like, you know, $30 for a t-shirt or $100 for a sweatshirt. And it's like, what do you do at that point, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely a great question. I think it also comes down to how we as consumers have sort of understood the value of clothing. So when you look at these t-shirts, when you go to like fast fashion websites, you see that they're like $5 or $10. And you just really have to ask yourself, like, how is a t-shirt worth the same as like a meal that I'm buying today? Like, how does that even make sense that it's worth that much? The fact that this overproduction and exploitation has driven prices to be this low is just insane. And so I think for a lot of people, when it comes to understanding the value of clothing, you just have to just understand that these people have put a lot of work into these clothes. These materials are, you know, very well thought out and made. And buying less is something that helps you buy well. So if you're not over consuming and buying like 50 t-shirts, then and you just choose to buy like a smaller number of clothing, but you're buying well and you're buying pieces that you're going to wear again and again, then at the end of the day, it's not as bad for the environment or even bad on your wallet.